very closely. They were very excited after the penalty shootout the other morning, and there was lots of screaming, and the ball's now been thrown in. And Sam Hopkinson was deemed to be across the line there of the number 2, Ignacio Mazes. And it'll be a penalty to Chile.
An immediate whistle as we start this game.
So I think so Sam Hopkinson there, he's across the line. The line goes at 90 degrees to him, so he's in the way, and the ball's now a big hit there by Vial. He's backed it across, but it'll be now Kit Brooks taking it around. Sorry, Tom Hunt. Now it's Kit Brooks taking it on the near side. Hits it up to Tom Hunt, who's got near side, but he's got Chilean players either side of him, which leaves Kit Brooks free. Now Kit Brooks is taking it himself. He's going to try and get the big neck shot. Oh, keeps the ball up in the air. It's looking on over his shoulder. He can't see where it's gone. And now it'll be Vial backing it to the board, looking for a deflection and run up the boards. First onto the line, Sam Hopkinson, who reads the play very well. Now he's being hard ridden there by the number 2, Juan Jamarillo. Now he brings it back inside. Very clever play there by the number 2, Ignacio Vial. But it's been back towards the goal mouth now. Big tail shot coming here from Hopkinson, but he gets the back leg of Vial, Matthias Vial that is, and then he rides onto the line very quickly, and he's fighting for the ball with Vial in that corner. We're going to see a very good tussle here, Tori, between these two players today.
And then Tom Hunt now taking possession of the ball.
See what he can do here.
Come loose.
Could be goal time.
And it is indeed for Tom Hunt.
So all the players bunched up there. Tom Hunt getting loose, and I think he's going to be the danger man for Chile. If Chile can't keep Tom Hunt under control and he gets loose with that ball, it'll be goal time, especially on the first game on this pitch, because the field is very smooth, and so they're all locked up. They don't know where the ball's gone, and Tom Hunt loose, and there he goes.
Looks like one of the ponies actually kicked that out of the scrum.
Yes. And I talked about this quite a lot yesterday, Tori. It's about field position here. You must get this ball up over your advantage line, because if you are down around your goal mouth, you can get a very unlucky bounce, and it will be goal time. Here we go, Chile now, trying to get it out of their half. The number 1, Juan Jamarillo backs it. Beautiful back shot. Hopkinson near side, back towards the goal. First onto it is, here he is again, Tom Hunt. He's got a little bit of space. He'll need to hit this one very well, and he does.
Fantastic goal from Tom Hunt. That's his second in succession.
Yes.
So New Zealand making an early impression. You see our replay. Again, Tom Hunt from a sharp angle.
Out early. And hits that one very nicely for New Zealand. So New Zealand, plenty of pressure on the Chilean team now. Now he is Vial. He's up over halfway. Big back shot required by Brooks, but he's ridden out of it now. Tom Hunt now trying to hook Vial out of the play. Vial appealing for a foul. Can't quite get it. Umpire blows the whistle against... I'm wondering if it's...
The whistle is blown. It looked like Vial got,
I think it's an injury
a mallet
whistle.
to the hand.
Yeah, I think it's an injury whistle.
An inadvertent mallet to the hand from Tom Hunt.
We'll just see here.
And he went to hook him.
I think it's gone, and the hook might have been quite high. And that's Tom Hunt putting his stick in the air saying, sorry, mate, that was my fault.
One of the subtleties I think we saw earlier, Hunt turning the ball, and at one point that was deemed illegal to actually turn the ball. You must have played back.
Look, it's still deemed illegal here in this polo to turn it if there is a player coming down that line behind you. So if that man behind you is being taken out of the play by your teammate, then you can still turn that ball. But if you're turning it and there's no one coming down the line, you can turn it all day. But if there's someone on that line and they're travelling down the line, you must back that ball. It's a very good rule to speed the game up and make it better for the spectators and the viewers here at home. Tom Hunt now, taking it near side. Sorry, leaves it, cuts it out wide, but it's going to be Juan Jamarillo backing it, the number 1 for Chile, getting back to Ignacio Mazer. Gets a good, but he comes across the line, and Sam Hopkinson appeals for the line, and the whistle has gone.
And we're bunched up right close to the action with the audience there. You'll see as the
look how close the crowd are there to the ball. It's very good footage, and great to see the crowd so close.
You can almost reach out and touch the ponies. penalty awarded to New Zealand. Again, New Zealand with lots of momentum in the early stages of this quarterfinal.
And field position. It's all about real estate here. They need to keep this ball up in their half. Look at that for a lovely shot there by Hopkinson, but it's going to go wide out over the back line. And Chile will breathe a sigh of relief as the New Zealanders run back and get into their defensive position to try their best to keep Chile in their half. Keep the ball down this end and anything can happen. Kit Brooks shadowing the hitter, Matthias Vial. Big job on his hands today, Kit Brooks, to control Vial, but there's a lovely back shot there. Vial thinking that one of his teammates is going to pick that up. It'll be Jamarillo who hits it back up to the boards. First one back there is Kit Brooks again. See, turning it now because Tom Hunt had the number 2 for Chile under control. So he's allowed to turn that one, but the first one onto this line here will be Hopkinson. Just gets a little bump there off Vial. Ignacio Vial, that is lovely approach shot by Hoppy, but it's gone wide. So Sam Hopkinson unlucky there, but he is peppering the goal mouth. It is there or around about. And again, strong attack, which in itself is a very good defence for New Zealand, and they're keeping the Chileans in their half, and you'll see the big clearing shot there. So Vial knows how important it is to get this ball down the other end, and this is Ignacio Vial now. And he's left it behind for Jamarillo. Jamarillo with a big neck shot required, but it's gone wide to the right. He knew he could see Kit Brooks's pony there, and he didn't want to hit that ball into Kit Brooks's pony, who was sort of shadowing the goal mouth. And as a result, he's pushed it wide, and it'll be New Zealand with Sam Hopkinson on the buckskin pony on a horse called Dunsky. Bringing it in, the whistle's gone. Ignacio Vial thinking he could come down the line, but he actually crossed the line in doing so, and the umpires will walk that one up to the halfway line.
You'll see, unlike traditional polo, we're using a much larger ball and lighter ball at that. It doesn't look like wind will have much impact on today's play by the look of some of those big long shots.
No. Also, they have a slightly bigger head on their mallets for the snow polo, and a lot of these players don't go for the traditional cane mallets. They actually have a graphite stick, so that it's a little bit less whippy, and you don't have the same flexibility that you have on the grass field. But definitely they use a bigger head, which is a little bit lighter, and you get a bit more coverage on the ball. But there's Sam Hopkinson, lovely approach. Look, that could have nearly gone all the way through the goal mouth there, but it was unlucky for New Zealand. It hit the back leg of Juan Jamarillo's pony, and now it's Ignacio Vial for Chile now. In the clear, but he's being chased very quickly by Kit Brooks for New Zealand. Now he goes near side, had to get plenty of angle on that. It's still in the field of play, but it's right in that left-hand corner, and it's going to be very difficult. Snow looks quite deep down there, Tori, and it's going to be quite interesting to see how Chile can bring this one out. You can see the Chileans rallying, coming around behind each other, supporting the other ones that had the ball, going forward and taking a man with them. Now Matthias Vial trying to hit that one. Sam Hopkinson in the line. I think he was trying to milk a foul there, didn't quite get it, and now it's Matthias Vial with 30 seconds left on the clock, seeing if he can just walk this one through. Gets it there. Is it over the line? Doesn't look like it's over the line. Kit Brooks backs it out.
And the whistle's gone, but that ball was sitting on the goal mouth.
It was. Let's see if we can see how close it actually was with the camera. I see Matthias Vial doing a mile of work, and this is what I was talking about earlier. See, oh, look at that. It came off Tom Hunt's pony and sat 2 inches out from the line. Kit Brooks backs it out, and New Zealand will be penalised for impeding the Chileans. So Chile, first opportunity to put some points on the board, and they do so. And with 20 seconds left on the clock, it'll be New Zealand hitting it in from the back line, and New Zealand up by 1, 2 goals to 1.
And unfortunate for New Zealand, it looked very much like an inadvertent foul.
Yeah,
Pony just impeding the ball, keeping the ball from going through the goal mouth.
Now, the tide turning a little bit now Chile's way, but they're going to run out of time in this chukker.
Again, New Zealand definitely the stronger team, or more assertive team in that first chukker.
Yeah, I think they just they had a few things go their way, and they made the most of them, and that's the story of this tournament. You know, if you don't capitalise, it's big trouble. So 2-1 to New Zealand.
And welcome back to the Metropolitan Polo Club in Tianjin. We're at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. 2014 at the quarterfinal stage. We're with in New Zealand versus Chile. New Zealand leading this quarterfinal match 2-1 after one chukker. Now we're starting the second chukker of 6 minutes. Again, 4 chukkers to be played in each quarterfinal. Penalty shootout if we end at a tie after regulation.
The footage there, Tori, was great. You can see Matthias Vial, that man there on the screen, grimacing after cupping that knock on the hand from the Tom Hunt. Like you say, an inadvertent whack. It wasn't intentional, but it would hurt all the same in the snow. And when it's cold like this, they do ache a little bit more. But it's now Chile on the attack, trying to narrow the margin or equalise from here. Looks like it's a good approach shot for Chile, and it is for Juan Giamarillo, or as you may say, Juan
Jaramillo.
Jaramillo. I think that's the best way to say it. But
and that's in the first 15
Jaramillo.
seconds of this chukker.
Yep.
An immediate response, an equalizer from the Chilean team.
And that's what they had to do to stay in this game, because New Zealand had a lot of momentum in that last half, and they needed to be the first ones to score, and they were. And now Juan Jaramillo again with the ball, but it's been left behind. Now Tom Hunt taking it forward. Hits it down the boards, gives his Kid Brooks a little bit of space, but the first one onto the line was Jaramillo again, and now it is our man Sam Hopkinson on a horse called Gin. Backs it towards the boards. Tom Hunt appealing for the line, didn't get it, and now Matthias Vial, danger man for Chile, comes off the back leg of Sam Hopkinson's pony, and it's now cleaned up by Juan Giamarillo. And now another Sam Hopkinson blocking another one. Unfortunate for Chile and fortunate for New Zealand. And now Ignacio Vial takes it around the front, gets back to there, and Kit Brooks first onto that line, just rode the line very clearly so the umpires could see clearly that he was there. And Ignacio Vial just going around the front, so you can see Kit Brooks here. Hits that one, I think came off the mallet of Ignacio Vial. Then it went Kit Brooks first onto that line, and
looks like the horses are doing just as much work as the players here defending.
Exactly, you can block.
Number of balls coming off the body of the ponies during this match.
And that's what I was saying earlier about the your field position, and it's a game of real estate. You need to keep inside your attacking half as much as you can, because it's very easy to get a lucky bounce, and it's very easy for your opposition to get an unlucky bounce, and for the ball to just sit up there in front of the goal mouth for you. But Sam Hopkinson making sure that ball is well down in his attacking half now. It's probably only 10 yards out from the goal mouth, but now it's been turned by Chile, by Matthias Vial. Now Ignacio Vial comes straight up the line, but leaves the ball behind now for Juan Giamarillo, who the #1 for Chile now, just weaves his magic, gets past Tom Hunt, hits the ball, but it comes off his teammate's horse, and the first man onto it is Sam Hopkinson for New Zealand. Now he backs it across, Matthias Vial claiming the line, and Tom Hunt got there first. Now Ignacio Vial backs it to Matthias Vial, the #3 on the little brown horse called Sapphire. He picked this one up. I think this might have came out of the South African string. It's a very good pony, Sapphire, played very well in those previous games for the South Africans. And now Juan Giamarillo taking it around the long way. This is going to be a goal for Chile. This looks very good. I think the New Zealanders went to sleep, and Chile now for the first time going 1 goal up, and it's 3-2.
Don't know if that was actually a shot on goal. He was just playing that ball forward and got a lucky roll. You just see in the
I agree with you, Corey.
Replay, he was actually just playing that forward.
That was his setup shot, and then it just kept going. He was like, I can't believe my luck. But that's the benefit of playing in this first game of the day. You get the feel that it's best, and you can roll some of those in. If that was on the third game of today and the surface was a bit chopped up, it'll be a different story. But the ball's been, Matthias Vial's ridden over the ball now. Tom Hunt's come up with it for New Zealand. They can't believe their luck. And now Tom Hunt's going to take it near side now, and he weaves his way through a couple of ponies, still keeps it on the stick side, gets inside. Juan Giamarillo, who's all over the ball, and the whistle's gone, and I think it's going to be against Juan Giamarillo.
Yes, it was Tom Hunt's line, and there were two.
Jaramillo.
Jaramillo and company. You can see Hunt with the line and just being blocked by 2 of the Chilean players.
It looks like the snow's quite deep down there too, which is it's good. It's nice and safe, and the ball can sit up. But you've also got to, if the snow is shallow at one end and deep at the other, they have to adjust their shots. You know, because the ponies sink in at 3 or 4 inches into the snow. It creates a very different pendulum on your stroke, so you have to be very careful and think about that a little bit. But New Zealand with the penalty.
And a chance to equalize halfway through this second chukker of 4. So it is Kit Brooks, or actually, sorry, it's Sam Hopkinson to take the penalty shot.
Hits it nicely, rolls it through.
So we're all equal, again at 3 apiece. Looks like Chile has definitely come alive in this second chukker, making more of an impression.
Another close game here on the card. So, lovely shot by Matthias Vial out to his number 1, Jaramillo.
And it's again off the pony and into the audience.
And it's out over into the crowd. The crowd love it here when they get the ball hit into the crowd. They think it's very exciting.
Chris Bethel to throw this one in.
The Argentine pony throwing the ball in. Ignacio Vial Mazia. Now it's New Zealand on the attack. Hopkinson again for New Zealand. Just puts a little bit on it, but is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Matthias Vial keeps it out of harm's way. That's him again. Matthias Vial. Now clearing. Misses the legs of the ponies, and it's gone nearly up to halfway. Halfway mark just approaching, and the pair have gone over the top of the ball. Now they're over halfway, and they're getting well deep into the attacking half for Chile, and it'll be Hopkinson now trying to back this one out towards the boards. First onto the line, Kit Brooks has to get past Juan Jaramillo, and he does, but Jaramillo keeps the ball, hit a little neck shot through to Ignacio Vial, and they appeal for the foul.
And like some of the Chilean players actually clashed amongst themselves as well.
The penalty there, Tori, is that Kit Brooks pushed the Chilean player into the other Chilean player while he was playing his shot, and so that's the foul. So you'll see Kit Brooks, he rides the other player in there, and that's a foul. So
he forced an obstruction from his own player.
Exactly. He didn't want to hit the man himself, so he thought, I'll use the Chilean guy to go in there and create the obstruction, but that's illegal, and so Chile now with an opportunity to go 1 up.
It is Matthias Vial to take the penalty for Chile and puts it through the post.
Very good.
For a 4-3 lead, their first lead of this quarterfinal match.
Yes, Chile now 1 up with New Zealand on the back foot, and a little bit of work to do to get this ball down to the other end. So now again, big mistake, Sam Hopkinson, hitting it to the right, but hitting onto the stick side of Ignacio Vial Mazia. Now Ignacio Vial backs it to the boards. Matthias Vial turns onto it. Sam Hunt appealing for the penalty there, saying that he was being ridden in.
And again, we could be unlucky for New Zealand. Again, another foul being awarded to.
They're going to go to the third umpire here, because there's 2 ways of looking at this penalty here. You can say, one, he turned it, but you could also say that the Chilean Juan Jaramillo pushed Hopkinson into the number 3. So it looks like it'll be a penalty there to New Zealand, and I think after speaking to the third, yes, it will be. So Sam Hopkinson there coming up with a penalty, looking for the deflection off the boards, but he's actually nearly hit the commentator's box, which is, it's all happening here in Tianjin.
Yeah, that one floated right towards our commentary position.
I was hoping you were going to catch it, Tori. You could have the throw in from up here. Whistle's blown. Umpire looking for a clear tunnel here. Chris Bethel, very experienced umpire, and at this level of polo, the players can get very, very excited. It's probably a good word to use. Matthias Vial now for Chile. In his attacking half, pokes it under the pony of Hopkinson, then keeps the ball. Now he goes forward and takes the man, and Chile do have a man loose here, so let's see if Juan Jaramillo for Chile can keep the ball alive with only 17 seconds on the clock. First man back, Vial, good back shot. First one around, Tom Hunt's pony slips. Lovely neck shot, but it's gone right across the goal face. Now back shot required by Ignacio Vial. Not enough on it, so it looks like Tom Hunt. Oh, here he goes. Will Matthias Vial get there before the clock? Oh, that will be very interesting. Our clock is saying that
had the horn blown. So we're just waiting for a call, I believe.
Yeah, that will be very interesting. You couldn't believe that all of those players would go over the. Look at that, Tom Hunt. He will be very angry with him. Now this is Vial here. Now he's got the line, he's got the ball. But my question is, from looking at the clock stopped before the ball went across the line. So I think it'll be very interesting for they'll probably go to the third man and ask what the story is there.
And I think Vial is also looking to the umpires to decide if that will be awarded a goal. We'll take a short break and come back and hopefully have some clarification for you.
Very exciting.
And welcome back to the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. We're resuming action in this quarterfinal match between New Zealand and Chile at 4-3 for the Chileans. Just to clarify the confusion, at the end of that second chukker, it was not a goal. We started after the break with 5 seconds remaining on the clock. A penalty had been awarded to New Zealand, and it is just now that we've called closure to the second chukker.
There you go. So like I said, it's all happening here. So they've awarded the penalty to New Zealand there at the end of the second, and now we're beginning the third chukker now. So we've got 6 minutes more on the clock. The umpire's deeming that there was only 5 seconds left on the clock, and as such, the players will not be required to change their ponies. And it's now being thrown in. Kit Brooks appealing for the line there. Jamarillo coming up with the ball, but now Hopkinson is loose. Vial's on his tail now. Vial's going to go for the big hook. Can Hopkinson keep the ball out in front? Can he keep it across? Looks very good for New Zealand. And he scores it. Great goal. Stick side, then near side by the man, the captain, Sam Hopkinson. Here he goes. So you can see this slow-mo. So he takes it, he sticks side. He's got Vial hot on his path. Then he just pops it across. Vial pulls the pony up, and then he just pushes it through on his near side, just scraping through. Look at this great footage. And Vial, I'm not sure what happens to Vial here, why he peels away. Maybe he thinks it was going wide, and then Hopkinson just pops it off the near side and goes straight through. So great goal for New Zealand. And now
we're all equal at 4 apiece.
We're 4 apiece. Matthias Vial heading it up to Ignacio Vial-Mizer. But the first one to get to it is the man again, Matthias Vial, doing a lot of work. Knows that he needs to have a big game here for Chile to have any hope of getting through to the semis. And here the gone back.
Boards. Chile still has possession of this ball.
Matthias Vial, bring it around the front. Hard ridden by Kit Brooks now, trying to and he's kept him off the ball. Great play there by Brooks of New Zealand, which has given New Zealand an attacking play. Big back shot there, though they couldn't capitalise it. There's the unlucky bounce off the leg of the pony. And now Hopkinson's looking to back. What a great back shot there by the 6-goaler. Looking to find a flying Kit Brooks, but Kit Brooks is going to concede that play, sit back and wait for Juan Giamarillo to play the ball. And now is Hopkinson checking, waiting for the ball to settle and just controlling it now. He's got to weave his way through 2 Chilean players. There, he's left it beautifully for Tom Hunt. Tom Hunt now takes it near side. Will he cut it through stick side? Oh, he's just got the very, very unlucky glance off the mallet, and it has gone wide to the left. I think he was half looking out the corner of his eye to see the leg of the Chilean pony, and he didn't want to hit it into the pony, so he sort of had a quick look up, and then, yeah, it would have been hard to get through the legs of that pony, and so he was trying to sneak it through, and unfortunately, it looks like Matthias Vial's pony may have pulled up a little bit sore, so they're going to
change
sore,
of tack,
or they're just going to tighten up. Maybe the girth might be loose.
In the safety of the ponies and our players of utmost importance, and again the horses playing on this snow surface. The shoes that are placed on the ponies do have a stud.
They got 2 studs.
2 studs.
Yeah, 2 studs in each front and back. A lot of the grass polo, they'll only put 1 stud in the outside of the hoof. But in the snow, they'll put 2 studs, one on the inside and the outside, and they'll put them all on all 4 hooves, just to give them that extra bit of grip. Did you know about the rubber insert, Tori?
No, it did not.
There's a rubber insert between the shoe and the sole of the hoof that, as the pony lifts its foot, it expands and it pushes the clod of snow out of the hoof to give them a little bit more traction in the snow, so that you don't get that compacted, smooth surface inside the steel shoe. So, so Vial not changing ponies, just getting his gear sorted, his tack,
Looks like the pony is not really cooperating.
Well, at this stage, they've been out, what, for nearly 3 minutes now, and that pony would have the adrenaline running through its veins, and they don't like standing still when they've been just going hell for leather out there on the snow, and it's not easy to get them to relax enough to stand still. So you see the grooms, the good grooms, they'll just go with the flow. They don't create any arguments with the pony. They just say, that's all right, we can tighten the gear as the horse walks. And I think the saddle must have slipped back a little bit. And
there the groom's working on Baggy, I believe his name is. This is pony.
That's the one.
And we are at the quarterfinal stage of the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. Hong Kong, China, Brazil through. We're with Chile and New Zealand at 4 apiece in the third chukker. And back to live action now.
Chile with the ball. Matthias Vial just trying to get past Kit Brooks, who's got a big job on his hands today, Kit Brooks, but a great play there by Hopkinson. And just like the All Blacks, he's kicked for touch. Well, he's hit the ball out over the boards to give his teammates a little bit of time to compose themselves and get a line out. Just inside the Chilean half, 5 metres inside the halfway line. And it'll be now Chile coming up with the ball. Ignacio Vial Nazier. Hard ridden by Hopkinson. Again, that back shot of Hopkinson's has been doing a lot of damage for New Zealand today. And a great little cut shot away shot there by Juan Giamarillo. And now Matthias Vial dances with the ball. Hopkinson says, well, if you're going to play with it, I'm going to come straight down the line. And the umpires are saying, no, you did change the line, Sam. You can't do that. And
a very clear foul on Sam Hopkinson on that occasion.
We're not.
You can see the Chilean player, you're right, changing the line of the ball. That was Vial. But again, the umpire awarding the penalty to Chile. And it is Matthias Vial. I think we are constantly saying his name, the playmaker, and a real player of note for Chile. So Vial will put this ball back into play. Again, we're at the halfway mark. Third chukker, 2:56 remaining in this third chukker of 4. The score all tied up. Matthias Vial to put the ball back into play.
Neither team giving an inch here, Tory. And Matthias Vial probably on the smallest ponies on the field, but he can make them dance. Look at that, he just drags that ball back in, which forces Kit Brooks to have to move out of the way and then give him a clearer shot at the goal. But here's going to be a big hook here for New Zealand. Clearing neck shot there by Kit Brooks. So Tom Hunt did all the work, and then Kit, look how deep the snow is there in that far corner. Those ponies going down well over the fetlocks. And now Ignacio Vial Mizer, number 2 for Chile, looks up, and as he looks up, good pressure there by Sam Hopkinson there, and probably a little bit of appeal for a sandwich. Ignacio Vial Mizer has saying that he got hit with his hand, and he's shaking his hand. Sam Hopkinson saying, well, I was the one getting sandwiched. What's your problem?
And his mallet is on the ground as well. We'll have a look here at the slow-mo.
See what we can see here. So he's got his hand down there, unless he's...
Well, it was an attempt at a hook shot. It was actually Ignacio Vial that dropped the mallet. I think having been...
It seemed from the replay, it looks like the head of the mallet's hit his mallet well down. It wasn't up near the hand, I don't think.
Or was it a combination of the vibration and the cold weather?
Could have been. Could have been. Got the death wobbles there in the mallet. And
yes, we're huddled around waiting for looking for the umpire's call, or will this simply be a throw-in?
For all of you people at home, if you go into the freezer and grab yourself a cold fish, a frozen fish, and hang on to it for 6 minutes, and then go and whack yourself on the knuckle with a spoon, see what that feels like, and you're going to get something of the same sensation as of what Ignacio Vial just felt just then. It is very cold, and it doesn't need to be much of a whack for it to really hurt. But then these gloves they have on, they definitely are not padded or insulated like your normal ski gloves. These are actual proper polo gloves. And
some of the players.
Yeah, Alan Kent and Richard Lepore from England.
Will be up again following this quarterfinal. England will be on their field against France.
Richard Lepore there, the guy on the right was he's the substitute, the number 4 for the English team.
Still looking for the umpire's decision there. There you see Nico Scorticini. The 2 umpires on the field, Chris Bethel and Steve Evans. But now we've resumed play, having put the ball back into the field of play.
And it'll be Chile again. Similar location. They just threw the ball in because there was no actual foul there. It was just an unfortunate knock on the hand. And now it's Chile again on the attack in the deep snow in the left-hand corner of the field. There'll be Juan Llamarillo to try and run the ball in here. Good opportunity for Chile, but they couldn't do much about it now. Matthias Vial comes down, and he's crossed Kit Brooks there by the looks of from this position, but umpire is probably not as good a view as we have from up here. And now Ignacio Vial Mazias to take it around the long way. He's still got a ton of work to do to get through this New Zealand defence. And he's left it now. Oh, the pony's kicked it forward. Probably not what he wanted. Maybe an opportunity here because he's cleared the pack. Now Matthias Vial. He's
Sam Hopkinson.
He's turned the ball into the line Sam Hopkinson was travelling down, and now Matthias Vial is cutting up rough. He's not real happy, and I'm not going to. I'd say it's probably an unintentional foul if it is a foul on Sam Hopkinson's behalf. So he turned the pony around the line, so, you know, Sam can't do a lot more than that. And
it's almost taking him off his pony.
Yeah, it's a head-on collision. It's like he's done a U-turn on the freeway, and the traffic coming down the line has cleaned him up. So
you have made several comments about the depth of the snow on that end of the field, and it really is more and more evident. They're spending more time there, and the ball is sitting in some of the divots. It's actually sitting deep in the snow.
Yep. So the umpire is saying that Sam Hopkinson needed to not run down that line there and impede. Look, it was an unfortunate penalty because Matthias Vial's pony was just so handy. It turned up there so quickly, and I don't think Sam Hopkinson was expecting it to get around so quick. But it did, and as such, it'll be a penalty. There's our Brazilian team from yesterday, the winners from yesterday. That was the number 1 for Brazil.
And Matthias Vial striking that one high and straight through the post.
Yep. So the New Zealanders throwing everything at Chile here, and Chile are answering all of their questions. And Hopkinson now looking for Kit Brooks. Kit Brooks can't do much with it off the board, but Tom Hunt, he can. And he's just got to get past Matthias Vial now. A little hook there from Ignacio Vial, well read by Hunt. And now Hopkinson's there loose, but Hopkinson's still got to get past Vial. Now Kit Brooks going to try and play the ball. Ignacio Vial appealing for the line and the foul. Unfortunate there for Kit Brooks. I think the ball may have got into one of those divots that you were talking about.
Ignacio Vial forcing Kit Brooks off the line. You see him just using his pony to kind of push the player. A lot of work by the ponies at the moment.
I think they're going to give it to New Zealand because Ignacio Vial rode into Kit Brooks behind the saddle. Well, or are they going to have a throw-in?
Very similar to what we just saw at the other end of the field with Chile being awarded the penalty for the same infringement. But again, there seems to be some discussion with Chris Bethel. It does look like a New Zealand penalty. Hit on the spot.
Against Ignacio for just riding that line a little bit too severely and hitting Kit Brooks' pony behind the saddle when he was taking the ball around the front. So it will be a penalty on the spot to Sam Hopkinson of New Zealand. And he could actually put it through from here. I saw one go through from New Zealand, put one through in the earlier games from this distance. We're about 20 yards inside the halfway, and he got the distance but not the direction.
He just floated that one to the right of the post.
Now they're going to concentrate on defence to keep Chile down in this half. With 30 seconds left on the clock, 30 seconds is enough time. If they hit in here, if they can keep the Chileans in this half and get an unlucky bounce or a mistake, it could be another goal here to equalise at the end of the third chukker for New Zealand. But at the moment, it's Chile with the ball coming out, unloading the clearing shot. Just he knows, Vial knows, you've got to get out of your own half. Big back shot there by Kit Brooks for New Zealand now. Hopkinson trying to get past Vial. Vial gets enough wood on it, but it's the end of the third chukker. And Chile hold on to their 1-goal lead.
An eventful third chukker in this quarterfinal. Chile just nudging ahead, but just close as we anticipated. Again, another close quarterfinal. We're going to take a short break from the action and return for more in the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. This event just over a week and a half ago. We're down to the remaining 4 today. Well, to determine our semi-finalists, Hong Kong, China, and Brazil victorious yesterday. We're in the first quarterfinal today. Chile leading New Zealand by a score of 5-4. Just about to enter the last chukker. I'm Tori Dorsey at fieldside with Adam Buchert. We've got a bird's eye view here from midfield and above the action.
Sure do, Tori. Thank you very much. I was waiting how long it would be for Matthias Vial to bring out the Palomino pony here called Primrose. She has probably been his best throughout the tournament and is in the running for the Best Playing Pony award at the moment. She has been outstanding, and they generally save their best till last. So this is our last chukker now, going into the fourth. We've got 6 minutes to decide who will go through to the semi-finals on Saturday, and at the moment it's Chile in front by 1, and Tom Hunt now just keeping it around, outplaying Matthias Vial there now. So he's trying to use, you can see the Kit Brooks for New Zealand blocking Matthias Vial for Tom Hunt now, and Tom Hunt still got to get past one. Jamarillo gets an unlucky bounce off the pony's leg. Now he goes for the near side, puts it through. Great goal, Tom Hunt. Got himself within striking range, and just like gridiron, the polo players without the ball can go and block the other opposing players and create some space for the player with the ball, and they did so there. They cleared out the Chilean players, and then Tom Hunt for New Zealand equalises very early in the fourth chukker.
And for our audience, as long as you keep that ball in a straight line, you can retain possession.
Correct. You can't tap it too many times. They do have to hit away or leave the ball and run with it. Now you've got New Zealand now turning defence into attack. Big back shot there by Kit Brooks, back up the field, looking for Sam Hopkinson to run onto it, but it was read very well by Matthias Vial for Chile now. Chile, good back shot, an open back shot now. Near side by Tom Hunt. Again, read very well by Chile. They're turning onto everything at the moment. Tom Hunt now in the clear, but Matthias Vial is breathing down his neck on the little Palomino pony called Primrose. Now coming across the field, Kit Brooks, see him take the man out there first. Now the New Zealand player can't play the ball because the umpire was in the way. Tom Hunt had to negotiate the umpire's horse. Now he gets around New Zealand. And big neck shot, but it doesn't go where he wants it to go. Near side play there by Hopkinson. Now Hopkinson is clear. Someone's dropped their mallet in the dust, in the snow, I should say. And it'll be Hopkinson running the ball towards the goal. Can he put it through? Oh, he can't. He leaves it behind, and a lovely clearing shot there by the Chilean player, number 1, Jamarillo. And now it'll be Hopkinson backing it towards his runners. First one onto it, Matthias Vial running up the line on the Palomino horse. Thought he'd been fouled in the process. Umpires didn't see it that way. Kit Brooks now needs to take the man and leave. Tom Hunt now, he's clear. He's got 2 lengths on Jamarillo. Can he keep the ball straight? Can he keep it out in front and put another goal on the board for New Zealand? He's been played out of it now. Big ride off by Kit Brooks. And a big slash hook, I think they'll blow the whistle for there. That was not pretty from Ignacio Vial, the number 2.
On Kit Brooks. So
yeah, you watch here. So you've got Tom Hunt. He knew he had to just pop that in front of the goal mouth and hope for the best and see that someone behind him. And that big hook across the front of the horse is not very pretty. And I think it'll be a penalty to New Zealand. And, is it? No. No. They're going to say that New Zealand created the foul there. And Kit Brooks rode under the shot of Ignacio Vial. So anyway, it is now Matthias Vial. Back shot required by Tom Hunt. Does so, but not really a big enough shot to be that effective. And Sam Hopkinson just clears it out over the boards. Players can come back to the line out, clear their heads, and maybe have a quick word to one another to settle down and concentrate on the detail. Ball gets popped out there off a pony and goes very high. Now it's underneath Vial. Line created there by Hopkinson. So now Kit Brooks told to take the man and leave the ball. He's got to take Vial with him, and Vial won't budge. So Vial's going to shadow Sam Hopkinson in here on the Palomino horse. Now Hopkinson, now he takes the man, breaks his stick in the process. The mallet head goes flying, and now Tom Hunt tries to play it into the leg of Vial. Sam Hopkinson can't go and get the stick at the moment, because as soon as he leaves the field, he knows that the Chileans will be one man up and will have a very good chance of scoring. So Hopkinson now just has to take the man, or at least get a hook with without the head on his mallet. You can see in there, he's just got the stick. So it'll be all up to, so he's got to just take the man here. So he's waiting for a man now. He's just going to have to ride him off that ball, because he won't be able to play it himself. And he's taken the man cleanly, but the whistle has gone.
And even without a head on his mallet, he can still play a very pivotal role.
Yeah, you know, you can see he got the hook there. So I'm not sure who they're going to blow here. They're going to say that Sam Hopkinson fouled. He's pushed it. Oh, maybe they're saying he pushed him across into Kid Brooks. So that now he's going to get his gear changed again. And that's, or maybe it's just, it could be just the stirrup length on this one, so it won't be such a drama.
Vial making subtle changes to his attack on his pony during the last two chukkers, but it does look like it will be a penalty awarded to Chile. We're at all even at 5 apiece with just 2 minutes remaining in this last chukker.
A couple of the locals there just discussing the finer points of that foul. Chinese becoming more and more excited about snow polo and polo in general, because of the good work that the polo clubs in China have been doing. Clubs up around Shanghai and especially this one down here in Tianjin. The Fortune Heights estate is amazing, and the Metropolitan Polo Club just complements it beautifully. So Mr. Pan and the team should be congratulated on the ponies and on the facilities. It is magnificent, and it'll be now Matthias Vial running it in, and close, but they got the goal, and that's what they wanted. Sam Hopkinson tried to come out of the goal mouth there and maybe get the ball before it ran over the goal line, but it wasn't to be, and it's now Chile in front by 1 with New Zealand with the ball, but well inside their defending half. And now Hopkinson just coming around with the ball, and probably not a time to be playing with it here. They really need to get rid of this ball. You can see the number 1, Jamarillo, way back there in defence, because he knows that they're going to try and clear this one now. Big ride-off required by Hunt. Does so now, Tom Hunt, and takes the man with him now. Jamarillo back up the boards. First one back. Oh, lovely turn onto the ball there. Kid Brooks gets that pony around. I'm sure the ball helped him a little bit, but he backs it down the boards. First one onto the line. Is it Matthias Vial on the Palomino? It is, but he's been hard ridden now by Hopkinson, trying to dig the ball out from underneath his pony. They're all looking for the ball. Who's got it? We've only got 55 seconds on the clock, and it's Chile up by 1, and New Zealand are on the attack. Chile defending with all their might now, and it's Jamarillo taking the ball across. Big ride off by Hopkinson, who hits it down the boards. They don't need it to go out, but it has gone out over the board. So 37 seconds left on the clock, and I'm sure New Zealand will want a quick throw in here,
because the clock does not stop.
It does not.
That ball is out of play.
It may have stopped there. He might have blown the whistle, because that pony that the umpire is on does not look good. I think it might be he looks like he doesn't like going near the board. So with the crowd, he's a little bit crowd shy, the umpire's pony, and it's now come through. Ball's gone up. 30 seconds now on the clock. Can New Zealand equalise here? It will be a... Oh, look here for New Zealand. What a great approach up. There's so many Chilean players there, and the whistle has gone. I think, Tory, I think we're going to a penalty shootout. If they can convert this, which it looks like it's definitely within striking distance for New Zealand. Have a look at this replay here. Tom Hunt does a mile of work. He had 3 Chilean players to get through. He claimed that line, maintained the line, and look at the face of Matthias Vial. He is shattered.
Sam Hopkinson lining up this penalty to equalize. There are 18 seconds on the clock. Chile leading 6-5. Again, still time to, New Zealand can put this through. Still enough time for Chile, or New Zealand for that matter, to respond. And
well, it's nearly, there you go. They've equalised with 15 seconds left. Now, if there's one mistake by Chile here of this hit in New Zealand capitalised, New Zealand could still win, but it looks like the clock's going to run down. And we're going to see 30 seconds on the clock. It's all tied up. We're going to another penalty shootout, Tory.
so it's at the end of regulation, 6 apiece for Chile and New Zealand. We had a penalty shootout in yesterday's first quarterfinal between the United States, unfortunately falling to Hong Kong, China. And now we're looking at another penalty shootout to determine our 3rd semi-finalist here at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup.
Both teams very good penalty shootout players. Matthias Vial and the Chilean team knocked Spain out of the tournament in a penalty shootout on Tuesday morning, and New Zealand would probably be the most experienced because I think they've played 3 penalty shootouts till now to get to this point. And they also, when they had the 4-way tie in their side of the draw, they all had to have a penalty shootout to decide their seedings for the order of the playing of the games. And as such, I think New Zealand have probably already had 4 penalty shootouts till now. So I would like to think that the New Zealanders have got their penalty hitting sorted out by now, and but also Chile were very good.
We're going to be looking at a few highlights of the second half of this game.
Tom Hunt now, look at that. That was where they didn't know where the ball was, the players. It got bounced off a pony's leg and popped out, and I don't think Tom could really
believe his good fortune.
Believe his good luck there. He goes, what? It's another one for me. But this is Tom again here. Again, danger player for New Zealand. That was a great neck shot there by Tom Hunt. Having a very, very good tournament. Look at that. Hooks out Jamarillo and a big neck shot across the goal mouth. And that was a great goal. This one here.
Penalty that was awarded to Chile. Just having to tap that across the goal mouth.
He would have been in trouble if he'd missed that one.
Indeed, he would indeed.
So this was the throw-in down at the far end, I think, which may...
Very little separating these two teams. Again, very worthy of their quarterfinal placing, but only one can advance.
That was right, and that was the one straight out of the line out at the start of the chukker. And you can see Jamarillo now, big neck shot there, but just controls it. The setup ball, he thought that was just going to sit in front of the goal mouth and he'd have to tap it in, and it kept rolling. So, and this is Sam Hopkinson.
Just equalizing the game there.
Yep.
Sending it into, I believe that was the last goal, sending it into a penalty shootout. Now, again, you're, well, there we are, the Chilean, another penalty shot.
Lovely neck shot here. Set it up very well for Ignacio Vial. Now, this is the one where they started the beginning of the chuck. Tom Hunt, again, couldn't believe his luck. And Tom Hunt actually did have the line there. So Ignacio Vial didn't think, I'm assuming he didn't think Tom Hunt would get around to that as quickly as he did. And then this was a beautiful play there by Sam Hopkinson. It just snuck it in behind the goal post there.
And a cute angle on that goal.
Exactly.
Again, we're going to be seeing many more penalty shots now, as these two teams will face each other in a penalty shootout for a place in the semi-finals.
And that one was a good goal there, went through for New Zealand, and then Matthias Vial now just tapping this one through. Sam Hopkinson Thought he might be able to come up the line there, but he just a little bit too slow to get to that one, and then this was the one here to equalise for New Zealand at the far end of the field. So we are back to the main game, and it is now the third man, Nico Scorticini, down there with the red jacket on the ground. He's setting the balls up, so the players themselves can't actually set the ball up here. They have to hit the ball that is presented to them by the umpire. He puts it in the right location, so there's no arguments as to fairness. They probably have a flip of the coin to see who goes first.
And each player will have an attempt at goal.
Look at this. Big back shot. Lovely there by Juan Yamarillo. Yamarillo. Good shot here by
Sam
Hopkinson that went to waste by hitting the leg of the pony. And some good footage here as the two teams.
Really, these slow-mo images really show the power of the pony as well, the real agility and athleticism of the ponies that is so crucial to this game.
So it looks like it's going to be Matthias Vial to take the first penalty. And the favour has been going with, that's Matthias Vial there having the head-on collision, but this is Matthias Vial now on Primrose. Hits that one beautifully, straight through the middle. So that's generally the best way to get off to a start here in the penalty shootouts, because it puts the pressure back onto the team that has to hit second.
And we saw during the penalty shootout yesterday, the debate that we had whether you're striking the ball across the ground or in the air. And there, Matthias Vial choosing to send that one airborne, but straight through the goalpost. Kit Brooks, I should say, playing very good penalty shots in the earlier rounds. Hits that one. It's rolling only just, but it's a goal. So you can get away with those in the first round because they don't defend. If they're all tied up here after the every player on each team has their turn, they will go into a sudden death penalty shootout, which the opposing team can defend. I just find those balls rolling on the ground. You know, the field is starting to get cut up. You could hit in a divot or a clump of snow and redirect the ball.
It's fraught with danger, that's for certain, but and this isn't ideal for Chile now, but he still gets the pony right. Another goal.
Yamarillo on Shock. Shock didn't look like he was very content to.
I think he was already thinking about his warm rug and getting back home. And the pony lines are behind that end of the field, so he was probably wanting to get back to his mates and get off the snow.
Chile just nose ahead 2-1 now with Tom Hunt up for New Zealand. Tom Hunt attempting to equalize in this penalty shootout.
Looks pretty good.
He does so. So we're at two apiece now. The third and last players from each team. Again, all three players must make an attempt at goal at this stage. Again, if it is all equal at 3 apiece, then it will be more of a sudden death scenario. Should one team miss, another score. They will be deemed the winner.
Ignacio Vial-Mezières, final hitter for Chile. He makes no mistake. So the pressure now on the captain of New Zealand. Can he have the nerve to keep it together and push this into a second round, or will Sam Hopkinson falter? But at the moment, he looks very relaxed, and neither team looking to hit the covers off this ball. They're just looking to get it across that blue line. And the Chilean players watching very closely to see the result here. He hits it, Has it got enough legs? It looks like it's going to run short, and he hasn't hit it hard enough. It is right, and that tells the tale. So Chile will go into the semi-finals off the back of a penalty shot that didn't reach by Sam Hopkinson, and an unfortunate result. Sam Hopkinson very grumpy with himself over that one, and the Chileans, they're happy, but you can see they're not ecstatic. I think they wouldn't have liked to have won that way.
And you can see this ball just sitting.
It just pulls up
inches.
And he was being very delicate and just a little bit too delicate. He's taken it to the extreme, and the ball stops and spins on the spot. And it is victory for Chile.
That ball just about a foot from the goal mouth.
If that, Tori, if that. It was very unfortunate because it was straight. It was right in the middle of the goal mouth.
And there you see the tail. Chile defeating New Zealand 9-8 after a penalty shootout.